Bucks fans, we're back. It's 2025. It's just going to be a rippy year. Like, I can just feel it, how awesome this year is going to be. And I'm ecstatic to get into this. Like, I love cricket. Look, I'm an enjoyer of cricket. I don't mind cricket every now and then. But to see those mighty Fighting Hawks run out of that banner, get onto that bloody field, and win us some games, it's just going to make me feel happy. Favourite season's winter is by a long shot. Like, it's just a great time to go for the greatest team of all time. Because this year, of course, we're celebrating 100 years of being in the league. But anyway, I should probably say the season preview for 2025. This is it. You're watching it. It's probably a bit different to your usual fan channel season previews because it's not actually me. I don't know. I feel like majority of the time I just waffle through this channel. It's just me talking about everything and anything that's to do with not what I'm meant to be talking about. So I'm going to try to stay on track here because I'm just probably going to yabble on a bit. First thing we should probably talk about, new season, new setup. We're back to the old setup. Basically, the old setup was a pain in the ass and it took up like half my room. So we've gone back to the old setup for this season, which, yeah, looks pretty exciting. To be honest, I like this setup better. It's just better for me. I'm just not squished around in my room and it just looked ugly in my room. It's sure it looked good on camera, but like in my room it just looked like a piece of poo. So yeah, it's okay now. I can actually read notes off a screen now and not having to write it down on a notepad like I'm in the 1600s, you know. But yes, we're back. It's exciting times. We've got an exciting team. Touch wood, right? Where's a piece of my desk? Touch wood. We haven't had any serious injuries left. It feels like teams like St Kilda, like just unlucky. Like their whole starting lineup is about to be injured before the first practice match. Touch wood again. We haven't had any horrendous injuries so far. St Kilda have just been absolutely hard done by. A few other clubs have just been bashed. So bashed by injuries. So look, we're doing really well. The only worry for injuries is Kalshadir, which of course we kind of think's under control a little bit. We just have to see how the practice matches go. If he even plays in the practice matches, he does have a stress fracture in his back. So yeah, he should be right though. He's like 18 years old, so he's got like 11 years to get over this. And even then, he'll still be kicking goals until he's like 48. So, he's going to be fine. But 100 years of Hawthorn, 13 premierships in 100 years is pretty crazy. In theory, statistically, we're the greatest team of all time. Because, right, you've got like your periods of time. In our 100 years of football, we've won 13 premierships. Whether in like Carlton, they've had like 150 something years of football. They've won 16. So in the time span that we've had, we've actually done statistically better. So in theory, 150 years on from now, Essendon, for example, 150 years for them, we will have like 6 more premierships. So we'll have 19 in 100 in... Yeah, we'll have 19 in 50 years. In theory, but as we know, if you're an Essendon fan, theory never really works. In theory, you should be winning finals. In theory, this year should be the year where we step up even higher. Last year, we did phenomenal. We took a big step up. And yeah, look, we did really well. Saying we did really well is a bit of an understatement. We literally did one of the greatest seasons of all time. Like, I don't think it gets much better than that. Really? How does it get much better than that, you know? You've pretty much just become the greatest team of all time overnight. Like, we already were the greatest team of all time, but officially now we're the greatest team of all time. So, yeah, we're going to win the premiership this year. I'll save my predictions till last, but I'm a very confident person that's very confident in our list, our capabilities, and more importantly, our players. Which is the part of the list, but our actual starting lineup is just so awesome. And even the people out of our starting lineup are just awesome. Everyone is awesome. Um, Back to 100-year Hawks. I'm really sorry. I just waffled on there for a bit. 100 years, 13 premierships, couple of Wizard Cups, preseason cups, and a bunch of legendary, iconic players. Let's just lift off a few, right? I've got no notes here because I like to be very natural. Michael Tuck, record game holder for a very long time before Boomer Harvey came along. So, look, at Hawker here, we're not a big fan of Boomer Harvey, especially like Michael Tuck played full games his whole career, and Boomer Harvey rocks along thinking he can play 2 minutes of a game and call it a game. Like, get a grip, Boomer. 100-year Hawks, we've got Michael Tuck, Lee Lethal Matthews. He's got a statue at the front of the MCG. That's how you know he's bloody awesome. You don't get a statue at the front of the MCG if you're like, I don't know, rubbish, you know? It's just incredible the amount of talented players we've had. Dermy, you know? Graham Arthur. Just incredible players. We're not even getting started on the coaches. The amount of incredible coaches we've had. John Kennedy Sr., Alan Jeans, you know, Sam Mitchell, Alistair Clarkson. Pretty incredible time. To celebrate all that we've done. Our longest premiership drought, may I say, is 17 years. That's shorter than Essendon winning a final. We're just an awesome team that seems to just breed success constantly with, like, no matter what. We just seem to be a successful team. And although the last few seasons haven't been as successful, and as this year is our 10th year without a grand final win, that number seems to be growing, and so does my stress of winning the premiership. And yeah, it's exciting. When you're stressed out about doing well, it's normally a good thing. Because when you're stressed out about doing badly, like I have been for the past 3 years, you just don't even want to think about it. But when you're excited, stressed about, you know, are we going to make top 4, which we are, you know, it's a great feeling to just know you just go for the greatest team of all time. And I'm so excited for this 100-year thing. The 100-year jumper, like, released, like, a couple of days ago. I'm ecstatic. It's just going to be an awesome jumper. It's got a collar. It's about time Hawthorn's got a jumper with a collar on it, and we're wearing it in-game. Like, we've been needing to do that for ages. St Kilda did it. Carlton did it last year. They got absolutely battered in their jumper, though, didn't they? Who else has done it? I think Dogs are doing it this year. North Melbourne will do it this year. Because us 3 teams came to the AFL at the same time. VFL. So, yeah. It's kind of cool to share your 100 years with 2 other teams as well. And we'll be playing our centenary match versus Richmond, which was our first ever VFL match. And, yeah, it's just going to be a great game. In other news with Hawker, we're going to be making not one away trip this year, which we did last year, but I didn't have the channel back then. So, we're going to be making 2 away trips this year. 2 away trips. Wow. First one is going to be the first game of the year. We're making an away trip, and we're going up to Sydney to go watch the Hawks play round 0 football, which is just going to be awesome to watch. Opening round football. Yeah, it's going to be awesome to go watch the Swans get absolutely battered by the Hawks. And yeah, it's just going to be a ripper time. Away trip to Sydney. I've never been to the SCG, so it's just going to be very exciting. The second away trip with Haz, of course, is going to be Gather Round. So, against the Power, it's going to be a big game. I'm going to be scared for my life, but we're going to belt them, especially Ken Hinkley. So, look, it's just going to be an awesome year. I can feel it from now. We've got big games. How many primetime games do we have? It's actually crazy how many Friday, Saturday games we have. Like, it's awesome. Just awesome to see. And the fixture this year, I really like. I really like that later game, how we're actually having a game later, like, each week. It's just going to be cool. They've really fleshed it out, you know. They've given it a bit of depth, a bit of character that the AFL can build on and turn into. Yes, very good. Season expectations is my next dot point. This year, our season expectations are huge. Coming off last year, like having that incredible year, to have this season expectations, it's kind of like cool because we've never really had it before for a very long time. When was the last time we had season expectations? 2018? You know? So it's pretty cool to see. And it's also pretty cool to see how like everyone's kind of just jumping on the Hockball bandwagon and like predicting us to finish in the top 4, which I think we will finish in the top 4, but it's just a matter of if we will finish in the top 4. I'm taking any top 8 finish. As long as we're playing finals, I'm 100% taking it. Taking a top 4 spot though, holy crap will I be an excited young Hawks fan. Like, it's just going to be awesome if we can get that top 4 spot, that second chance. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's just going to be awesome. If we can finish first, imagine how mental that's going to be. Holy crap. That's going to be phenomenal if we finish first. We still got to win games first. We're going to win more games than we did last year, which we were 1 game off being in the top 4, which is just crazy to think about. But yeah, I do think our list is a lot better than a lot of other people. Will Day is coming back. Very exciting. I'm so excited to see Will Day play in the practice matches. About the practice matches as well, I don't think I'll be streaming them or even going to them because for some reason they have the practice matches midweek during school week. Like, just have them on the weekend. Have them after school. And it's still, I'd get there. I'd do anything for my beloved Hawks. I'd do anything for my beloved Hawks. But these expectations also come with plenty of media pressure. Pressure from fans. Pressure from players. Pressure from coaches. Everyone's putting pressure on the Hawks. So I'm hoping they just, you know, it's like water on a duck's back, you know. I really hope that they're not feeling the pressure. I hope it's just another season for them. But I hope they're still hungry, though. You know, you don't want that hunger to go like Collingwood did last year, you know. The hunger just disappeared. You want them to still be hungry for that premiership. Hungry to get that win. Hungry to beat Ken Hinkley. You want that hunger. It's all about hunger. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for... hungry for a premiership. I'm very hungry. I could just eat a premiership up right now. But we got to win games to get there. Player roles. Now, this is something that I don't think we're going to have a clue until the first practice match. And even then, still, we're not going to have a clue till round 1. The main player role I'm talking about is that backline. It's so congested. There's going to be a few things. CJ hasn't played a game in a really long time. It'd be interesting if he even can find his way into the team this year. James Sicily, you kind of got to have him on like half back. But again, we just got like 2 brand new backmen, and James Sicily's so versatile, you can kind of play him anywhere. So, yeah. James Sicily's the main one. Like, what the hell is going to happen with him? He's so... Anything can happen with James Sicily. Really, anything can happen. So, it's just a matter of winning games and hoping that bloke gets the ball. Same with Will Day. If Will Day, James Sicily, John Newcombe, and Cal Shadir get the ball, majority of the time we're going to win games. And hopefully they just get absolutely, like, humongous Supercoach scores, so I get the win in Supercoach as well. Injury list. I haven't really talked about the injury list because there isn't really much to talk about. Touch wood again. We're doing very well with injuries so far. Touch wood again because I'm stressing out about this. All the other teams are getting injuries and we seem to be just cruising along. Again, Kelce's got the stress fracture in the back. Sicily has got the shoulder issue, but it seems to be all good. We're heading on to the most important bit of this whole season preview. Right here, right? And this season preview is important because this year we got a new competition, right? These Saints TV blokes and these Blue Board blokes, you know, we've already kind of beaten them, I feel like. I kind of think we're already at the finish line. And all of a sudden these Freo people rock up. Like, I've never really heard of them before, but I didn't even know they were a club, to be honest. I just thought they were just a couple of people wearing purple and running around a footy field for 4 hours, but... No, apparently they're actually a club with actual fans, which is surprising, because I've never really seen a Freo fan in my life. So, apparently they're starting this channel, and look, if I gotta be honest, purple just doesn't go with any football team. So, look, I don't know. Apparently their nickname's called the Dockers, Freo Dockers. What's a Docker? You know, what is a Docker? You got all your mascots, right? The Power. Yeah, okay. Power's cool. The Sun's scary. It can burn you. The Hawks. Ooh, that's scary. The Tigers. The Lions. The Eagles. The Dockers. What is a Docker? A Freo Docker. Fremantle. Fremantle is like some dodgy city next to Perth. It's not even a city. It's like Geelong to Melbourne, you know? Ooh, Geelong. Who cares, you know? It's like, ugh. And it's a Docker as well. Like, what's a Docker? Who knows? Let's go into the predictions anyway. We can just, you know, rub them off. They'll go to the back of the list and Hawker will stay up front. Anyway, predictions. We'll start off with Peter Crimmon's medalist. Peter Crimmon's medalist, for me, in 2025 is going to be Will Day. He's going to have an injury-free season and he'll take the Peter Crimmon's medal with ease. He's going to average like 28 plus disposals a game. Maybe a couple goals because they've been training him in that bomb position where he kind of sticks forward a bit. So, yeah, look, he's going to be a ripper for Supercoach as well. So if you're into Supercoach, get him in your team right now, I'm telling you. But yeah, he's going to win the Peter Crimmon's medal. Our leading goal kicker for this year, it shouldn't go without a doubt. I think it'll be Kalshadi if he can get a full season into him. If he can't get a full season into him, I wouldn't be surprised it being Chol again due to him being one of our main key forwards that aren't injured at the moment, which is a bit of an issue because we got Kalsha injured and Mitchell Lewis injured. So, look, it's either going to be Kalsha or Chol. Mitchell Lewis won't come back through the end of the season. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the Wizard, like, surprises and just kicks, like, 50 goals this year, or Ginnivan. Ginnivan maybe not so much as the Wizard. But, yeah, look, it's going to be really exciting to see them all play. My Brownlow medalists for this year, look, I got to admit, I don't think there's any Hawks players taking out the Brownlow this year. It's unfortunate, but, like, you know, it's probably just going to be Cripps again because, you know, everyone loves Patrick Cripps and all that, but Bont might win it. Zach Butters might come through and take his first Brownlow. It'll probably be Dacos. Maybe I'm forgetting Dacos. I will chuck Dacos up there for Brownlow. And for the Premiership, I'd like to say Hawthorn. I think I will say Hawthorn, so we'll just go Hawthorn for the Premiership, and we are going to finish 6th this season. So we're going to win, like, 4 games in finals and win the Premiership. That's it. The season preview's done. This is it. That's the season preview. Just me yabbling on for 20 minutes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We want to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season as well. If we have a season of content out, let's get 1,000 subscribers. Follow the Instagram. I'm Sam Menor. This is Hawker. Thank you, Hawks fans. We're going to win the Premiership this year. Mark my word, we're winning the flag. Like, I'm not even joking. It's flag time at Hawthorn.